WTIM. Welcome in to WTIM, your information station. My name is Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thank you so much to the sponsors, People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We're speaking with the great Christian County Health Department folks, Dr. Chad Anderson, Public Health Administrator, and Peyton Shapley, the Mental Health Case Manager. How are you guys doing today?
Wonderful. Thank you.
Good. Thank you.
Absolutely. Thank you guys so much for coming in today. We're meeting Peyton Shapley for the first time. Dr. Chad Anderson has been talking about a grant filing for a mental health case manager. Now in 2024, we have one. So thank you so much for being here with us. And Peyton Shapley, introduce us to you. Where do you come from, and what brought you to this position?
Yes. So I am from Taylorville. I grew up here. I went to Illinois State University in Bloomington, decided to come back, heard about this job, and it's exactly what I wanted to do. So I was lucky enough to come back to Taylorville. So yeah, that's about it. I'm staying here forever.
I'm a Redbird as well.
Oh,
so
yes.
Awesome. Roll birds out there. We're glad to have you back in the
Thank you.
Taylorville community. This is really awesome. And we have been speaking about mental health in Christian County. This has been something we've needed. How have things been since your start? In February, is that right?
February,
Wow,
yes.
okay,
Yes, it's been great. The community has been very good. Everyone has been working together, it seems. I've been working with the Prevention Coalition Board, SIU, Memorial, the police departments I've spoke about with everyone. Everyone wants this. It is a need for the community. So it's been going very well. Creating the program, I am the first one. So, creating it from the ground up, it's been a lot, but I was able to tour a county health department that had a mental health,
Sure.
Department.
Yeah.
Yes. And they gave us very good ideas how to run it, what we should be doing, what they saw was, beneficial for them. So that was great. That helped me a lot. Just creating all the case plans it's been fun.
Good.
Yeah, it's been really fun.
I can't imagine how difficult it must be to start with a blank slate in a position like this. Usually someone's coming in and handling the operations that have been moving for a while. But
Yes.
You said you got some great advice there, and
Yes.
a lot of your time has been spent talking to the community, talking to the groups, police department. What are those conversations like? What are you talking about?
Yeah, so a lot of it, I just wanted to get myself acclimated with the community, really assessing the needs that people were seeing, especially talking like to SIU and the Prevention Board, seeing what kind of individuals are needing this. Especially one also was about insurance. I needed to find out what kind of insurance was taken around here, what resources are provided, and what we could utilize. So
Absolutely.
just a lot of those, asking what they would like to see, seeing what's in place, if we could utilize it, and so on.
Very important conversations that
Yeah.
need to be had just to get this thing kick-started right here.
Yes.
That's Peyton Shapley, the mental health case manager for the Christian County Health Department. Dr. Anderson, something we've been talking about for a while here. How does it feel to have our case manager in town with us?
It's great to finally, get rolling with it, not just talking about it. So I think I had mentioned before, we had the health department and my predecessor had done an I plan, and that was like the number one that everyone kept saying was mental health, mental health, mental health. So I was able to, get a grant from the CDC and also some from the local 708 mental health board to be able to get our first one. So hopefully it goes well and we can start to expand the program and add someone to help Peyton.
Sure.
Be all alone on our little island over there.
Right in the future, maybe some more mental health case managers there,
Yes.
and, some more help for you. That's really awesome. You heard the needs of the community. As that really rose to the top of mental health, and you, of course, Dr. Anderson, a newer position for you in your first couple of years of it. But mental health was not something in Christian County that was needed as a service, probably for the past 10, 15 years. Would you say?
I think it's always been a need. It's just that like people, because there was the because the building we're in now was the old mental health building, but it closed in 2019, if I recall correctly. And so with that, and then COVID on top of it, I think just was a whirlwind of a magnifying glass of issues that were maybe underlying, plus the removal of a service that was already there, just created problems for the county.
Had no idea how important it was until they had lost
Yeah.
it. And
Mhm.
now
Yes,
it's back, one of
that's
those
exactly.
situations. All right, so back to you, Peyton, a little bit with the mental health case managing that you're doing with the Christian County Health Department. You are speaking with people like the Taylorville High School, and even you're preparing for Mental Health Awareness Month, which is next month. Talk to me about this.
Yes. So right now we have a grant in place with the schools in Taylorville. Very fun. I work with their social emotional learning counselors. We create activities just for mental health purposes. It's any kind of coping mechanism. We do just fun activities to bring up mental health, just to even, let them know it's okay to discuss it, that most people struggle with it. So we do fun activities with them. That has been great. As far as Mental Health Awareness Month, we want to do one activity that month in May. I'm not sure exactly. That's what I'm working on now. And then we're just going to do a weekly post on our Facebook. So please look out for that. Just awareness tips, make sure you're drinking enough water. Are you exercising, or do you have somebody to talk to? Just little posts to make people aware of little things they can be doing. So
getting the conversation started is so important right there.
Exactly.
Especially when you're speaking with the high school students. Are you still seeing a stigma there? It's hard to talk about.
No, so it is actually, that is the most rewarding going to the high school is because it's voluntary. They do not have to come.
Okay.
So, the first couple of times there wasn't as many students. It has grown. Their counselor is absolutely amazing there. No, the kids really enjoy it. And I think they open up once I start talking about it, then it brings a conversation. So they really open up, and it seems like there's really not much stigma anymore to it. People understand it, especially like he said, after COVID, it was really brought out, and people want to help themselves, but don't know how sometimes. So
absolutely was amplified. And now with a rise in mental health, cases and disorders and people really dealing with anxiety and depression. Now we have answers for it here, and we have people that can really help out, and just getting the conversation started is just one of the most important things of dealing with it.
And one of the things that, Peyton will be working on too, is that, that we see that not everyone wants to talk in a group or they feel comfortable sharing. We're also expanding on, we just purchased like journals, people who want to, journal maybe their internal thoughts, but also it's like I don't know what it was, like not a coloring book, but like people who are artsy. I don't know what that is.
It's like
called.
a wreck this journal, so it gives you prompts.
Okay,
cool.
So someone who maybe doesn't want to talk or doesn't want to journal, maybe they express their feelings in pictures or art or something that. So we're trying to find all different kinds of avenues to help.
It feels like not uncharted, but we're reaching new areas of the medical field, it seems, when we're dealing with mental health, and now different ways of expression. You just mentioned, Dr. Anderson, that it doesn't have to be speaking in a group or speaking to an individual. Exactly. And in our last couple of minutes here on the first half of this WTIM morning show with Peyton Champley and Dr. Chad Anderson, when someone calls into the health department seeking maybe some mental health services, what can you guys provide in terms of these services? We've heard of workbooks, but do you guys refer to other places? Do you help?
Yes. So under my case manager role, so what I can do, I will be kind of a peer advocate. I can help you set up those appointments. So I do the outreach for therapists, doing case monitoring for that month. We'll do, make sure they're hitting all those goals. We can provide transportation. There's a lot, but mainly what I will be doing will be helping you utilize the services, get you set up for those appointments.
And there's a lot that I think that people don't know, that the hospital might have something and, they come and tell us, and it's not something we know, but Peyton's been collecting with her interagency meetings, all these different services. So if we can't help you, at least she can know who to, direct you to. So
you can hear someone's issues, and you have so many different avenues to send them.
And everyone's willing. That's what those meetings are great. Everyone wants to help each other. So it's a team effort. And if, I can't do it, somebody else can. So.
And you've been explaining this way of, reaching out to people that have had this experience and building up the Christian County Health Department, mental health department. I love it. This is all sounding like really good things. Anything else to add there, Dr. Anderson?
I think we've covered pretty much the highlights of it.
All right. Then it's time for us to take a short break. We're sitting down right now with Peyton Shamply, the mental health case manager for the Christian County Health Department, and Dr. Chad Anderson, public health administrator for the Christian County Health Department. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back.
Your information station, WTIM.
I'm Jeff Grimmett, Assistant Vice President at People's Bank and Trust in Taylorville. People's Bank and Trust is proud to sponsor Taylorville Junior High School Students of the Month on all of the WTIM platforms.
I'm James May, the 7th grade Student of the Month. My parents are Taylor and Lacey May. School subjects I enjoy include PE and geography. This year at TJHS, I'm involved in basketball, baseball, football, golf, and FCA. After high school, I'm considering being an electrician or college golfer as a career. A fun fact about me is that I like golf so much that I would golf in the rain.
Congratulations to these students on this honor from People's Bank and Trust. We put people first every day at People's Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
AGCO is proud to launch PTX, a new leading brand that combines precision ag technologies from Precision Planting and PTX Trimble. The alignment of these brands supports farmers, dealers, and OEMs globally. PTX Trimble and Precision Planting understand the challenges of farming. That's why they designed solutions to help you implement technology and automation on your farm. They knew there was a better way, so they're building it together. With a combined set of products from Precision Planting and PTX Trimble, there are now precision ag technologies to touch all brands, equipment types, and farms. PTX spans the entire crop cycle, from land prep to planting, spraying to harvesting, and each pass in between. Innovative brands you trust, powerfully simple, seamlessly compatible. PTX. Visit ptxag.com to learn more.
Christian County businesses now have another way to attract customers and promote their brand. The Miller Media Group's new 36 by 72 inch two-sided electronic sign is now live in front of our Park Street studios in Taylorville. We're offering businesses the opportunity of promoting themselves to the over 11,200 drivers a day that pass our studios. Reach out to your Miller Media Group account manager now to get on board with this digital electronic sign advertising opportunity.
The Pillars Event Center and co-owned Airbnb, both in Taylorville, will make your wedding, reception, or event one that everyone will remember. See pictures and get details on Taylorville's most beautiful event center by clicking their icon at TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Over 50 years and 3 generations of legacy serve you at Dale Williams Trucking in Fillmore. From agriculture to road construction hauling, they do it all. Find out how they can help you. Click their icon above the weather on TaylorvilleDailyNews.com.
Your information station, WTIM.
And welcome back to WTIM, your information station. I'm Tim Zalabak, your host of the WTIM Morning Show. Thanks so much to the sponsors that make these conversations possible. People's Bank and Trust, where they put people first, and Landmark of Taylorville, where you always do better at Landmark. We're speaking with Dr. Chad Anderson, Public Health Administrator for the Christian County Health Department, and Peyton Shamply, the Mental Health Case Manager. We thank them both so much for being here with us today. We learned all about Peyton and the mental health across Christian County and all the services provided there. And is there a number if people are out here listening to this and they go, I want to utilize these services, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, sure. You can just call the health department. That's 217-824-4113.
Perfect. And then they'll do the rest there and they'll get you in touch with Peyton Shamply. That is awesome. Now we're going to switch gears just a little bit, turning our attention towards Dr. Chad Anderson, because we read of a boil order yesterday. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Yeah. So, I mean, whenever there's a boil order, whether it's from, Taylorville or Pana or, even, I think we've even had them from like Kincaid or different places, they notify us. So we posted on our social media to try to get the quickest way out to people in Christian County. And then we try to look up the addresses to see if there is a restaurant within that addresses that were given. Because if there was, then we have to go directly to that restaurant to either notify them if they don't know, look at depending on their operations. If they're using, like water, like fountain drinks or something, we'll have to tell them you have to shut that off and then flush it after the boil order is over. Or if they use water for cooking and things, we'd have to shut them down until it was over, that could be used safely. But luckily that hasn't happened yet. So these boil orders have been in residential areas. So,
and we've seemed to be pretty lucky for that. And it's interesting that all of these boil orders have stayed in the residential areas, because that's quite a heavy process there for the restaurants. Probably one's going to shut them down for the day.
Yeah.
It's an interesting situation there. But all of these, and we will reiterate that it is still in effect, this boil order.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the one that for here in Taylorville. We had, at least. Maybe we got it while we were sitting here right now.
Yes, okay.
But at least to my knowledge, no, it hasn't been lifted yet.
Okay. And the best place to be looking out for is probably the Christian County Health Department Facebook.
Yes. As soon as we get the notification from the water department that it's been lifted, we'll post right away that it's been lifted.
Perfect.
So we've been doing that since I've been here. I can't speak to my predecessor if he did it too, but it's always on Facebook. If it's like not only just Taylorville, if we get them from anywhere else, Pana, Kincaid, I think, those are the other ones that I've known that have let us know.
Okay. And I read in that report, bacteriological samples need to be had. Is that sent out to somewhere different? Does the Christian County Health Department do those samples?
No, we don't do community water. We do non-community water. So if you have a well, so it's a completely different program, but no, we don't do community water.
Alrighty. And if these residential areas, if they had a well that they wanted to be tested, is that something that they could inquire about?
Yeah, if anyone has a well and they want to test for bacteria or nitrates or E. coli, anything, they can come into the health department. We have kits and directions on how to do it. Joe, who's been here before, he can walk you through, if you're not understanding how to do it. But I think the kits are $20, but it covers everything to, be able to do it, the bottles, the packaging, the labels to send it to the lab. And then, Joe will go over the results if there is something high, how to treat your well, if you need to treat it with chlorine or whatever to get it, to be safe drinking water.
So stay tuned to the Christian County Health Department Facebook and even TaylorvilleDailyNews.com. We will have all the information as soon as that boil order is up and out of effect there. That was Dr. Chad Anderson, Public Health Administrator for the Christian County Health Department. And a quick conversation before we turn our attention back to Peyton Champley here. Ticks. It's almost tick season here, but you guys are on the case with the Christian County Health Department.
So, last year we only did as part of our vector program, mosquitoes. So this year we'll be adding ticks as we try to, expand our services and things that, we want to keep doing more and more for the community of Christian County. So this year we'll be doing ticks. So Joe and Tim, our inspectors, will be doing tick drags. Right. So one, if you see, they'll be in an all-white suit. So if you see like some kind of spaceman, no, it's the health department doing a tick drag. But they're looking for ticks. One, to know what ticks are in the area. Then we'll send those ticks for testing to see, because there's a range of viral hemorrhagic fevers that could come from a tick. So they'll be looking at, do they have them? And then we can notify people that, this tick drag at, out by Taylorville Lake or whatever had a positive for XYZ. Be on the lookout. So yeah.
All right. Yeah. And you got to stay vigilant. It's almost tick season here, and they're nasty buggers. That was, again, Dr. Chad Anderson getting us all privy to tick season coming up here. And we're in our last minute, even less here, Miss Peyton Champley. But a parent workshop for our mental health. Peyton Champley is mental health case manager. It's in the works, it's sounding.
It is, yes. So we're wanting to plan a parent workshop. So just basically outlining mental health issues, seeing what parents would like to see provided, resources. Just kind of to talk about it with them and, since they are the parents of these children, and see what they would like as well. And
Awesome. And as that gets closer to an actual event, posts on Facebook, probably looking out for that.
For sure, yes. Look out for that. And then just the Mental Health Awareness Month in May. Look out for that as well.
All good things there. And thank you both for coming in today.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Dr. Chad Anderson, Public Health Administrator for the Christian County Health Department, and Peyton Shamply, the new Mental Health Case Manager. A great conversation with them. You've been listening to the WTIM Morning Show right here on WTIM, your information station.
Biden sits down today with the leaders of a couple of China's neighbors, Japan and the Philippines. Inflation continues to drive prices higher at the wholesale level. The government's producer price index rose 0.2%.